Hello and welcome to this informative video. Today we'll discuss the SASSA Child Support Grant, which is dedicated to helping families meet basic needs for their children. We'll provide an overview of eligibility requirements as well as both offline and online application procedures, ensuring you have all the necessary information to confidently pursue this grant. First, let's talk about who qualifies for the Child Support Grant. This grant is designed to aid qualifying single parents, guardians, or caregivers looking after children below 18 years in South Africa. To be eligible, applicants must meet specific financial and social criteria established by SASSA. So let's take a look at some of these criteria. So the first one is that the primary caregiver must be a South African citizen, permanent resident, or refugee permanently residing in South Africa. Both the applicant and the child must also reside in South Africa. The child must be younger than 18 years, as said earlier, and then also must also provide a birth certificate for the child, must also provide a 13-digit barcode ID document or a smart ID card. Applicant must also be the primary caregiver of the child, meaning the caregiver must stay with the child, must live with the child. And then also the applicant and spouse must meet the requirements of the means test. It's a very necessary requirement. As at October 2023, this was the monthly threshold for a single person, that is 5,100 rands, and then for couples it should be 10,200 per month. Meaning you shouldn't be earning more than that in order for you to qualify. And then also you cannot apply for more than 6 non-biological children. Okay, so if the case are not for you, you cannot apply for more than 6 of that number. The child cannot be cared for in the state institution. So when the child is in a state institution, then you cannot apply for this child support grant. Now if the child is a school-going age, the child must also attend school and produce a proof of school attendance. However, failure to produce this does not mean that you will not receive the grant. Alright, now here are the documents that you need. As said earlier, you need an ID and then birth certificate of the child. And then if there's any maintenance, you need to provide a proof of that. And then also proof of your earnings, like your pay slip, the bank statement. And then there should be a marriage certificate if applicable. If there is one of them divorced, then the court order saying that you have a custody of the child. If one or both parents are dead or missing, the death certificate of the deceased or proof that the parent is missing. So something like missing persons report from the police can also be a proof. Now in case you don't have of these documents we're talking about, like an ID and birth certificate, then this is what you can do. First of all, you must complete an affidavit in the presence of a commissioner of oath, and then you bring along a sworn statement by a reputable person. The reputable person can be a counselor, traditional leader, social worker, minister of religion, who knows the applicants and the child very well. There should be a proof that you have applied for an ID or birth certificate at the Department of Home Affairs. A temporary ID also issued by Department of Home Affairs if applicable. And then baptismal certificate if available, road to health clinic card if also available, and then school reports if available. Next, let's explore the application process. Let's take note that applicants can either apply via an online platform or through their local SASSA offices. So let's take a look at the offline. So you can go to any SASSA office nearest to you, and then you complete the application form in the presence of a SASSA official. Okay, so that means that you cannot fill the form anywhere. It should be done at the SASSA office. And you have to remember that it is you, the applicant or SASSA official, who should complete the application form. And then once again, you should be given the receipt. The receipt will serve as a proof that you have applied. Now for those of you who wish to apply online, you do it at this particular website. Remember, this is an official SASSA website providing online services to applicants. All right. Now, when will the child's grant last or stop? So certain things may lead to the grant being stopped. The first one is if the child passes away, or if the child is admitted to a state institution. If the caregiver doesn't claim it for 3 consecutive months, for 3 continuous months, if you fail to collect the grant, it will stop. And if the child is absent from the country, at the end of the month in which the child turns 18, so the moment the child turns 18, the grant will cease. When may the child's grant also be suspended? So certain things may lead to the grant being suspended, and one of them is a change in circumstances. You, the applicant, if there's a change in your circumstances, for example, if your means test goes up, or when there's a review, it can also lead to the suspension. And if you fail to cooperate when the child's grant is being reviewed, okay, so if you fail to cooperate, if there is a need for certain information and you fail to bring, they can suspend the grant. When you commit fraud or misrepresent the child, that one too will lead to the suspension of the grant. If there was a mistake, yes, it could be any human error or whatever, it can lead to suspension of the grant. The child is no longer in your care, so the child is no longer living under your care or is not staying with you, they cannot continue to receive that. They will suspend it and give it to somebody who is actually taking care of the child. Then these are a few frequently asked questions about child support grant. So somebody may ask, how much will you get or how much will I get? Currently, you will receive 530 rands a month per child. So if you have 3 children who are qualified, multiply this number by 3. Okay, that will give you about 1,590 for a month for the 3 children. What if your application is not approved? Okay, so in case your application is not approved, this is what you can do. SASSA will inform you in writing why your application is or was unsuccessful. If you disagree with the decision, you can appeal to the Minister of Social Development at the national office, and you have up to 90 days to do that. And then also, how long does it take? All right, so it may take up to 3 months to process your application, and if your grant is approved, you will be paid from the date on which you applied. So if it took you 3 months, that 3 months will be paid. It's an understanding for you. And then how much does it cost? So virtually, this particular services is free. This particular service is free. Thank you for joining us in exploring SASSA Child Support Grant. Remember, taking the necessary steps towards receiving this assistance can greatly impact your family's quality of life. We encourage you to like and subscribe and share this video with others who may also benefit from this information as well. Please visit SASSA's official website or local offices for further assistance, and don't hesitate to contact their customer care line at 0800-601011 if you have additional questions. Don't forget that this update is brought to you by this Life No Balance YouTube channel. See you.